NTA Blog. Fixing CDP after Zuch: How Congress Can Close the IRS's Roadmap for Evading Tax Court Review. Collection Due Process, or CDP, was designed to give taxpayers a meaningful opportunity to challenge IRS collection actions and, in some cases, dispute the amount of tax the IRS claims they owe. When the law allows a taxpayer to raise the underlying liability in CDP, it is reasonable to expect a decision on the merits either from appeals or, if necessary, from the tax court. After the Supreme Court's decision in Commissioner v. Zuch, that expectation no longer holds. In Zuch, the court held that the tax court's jurisdiction in a CDP case ends once the lien or levy at issue is no longer in effect. In that case, the IRS satisfied the liability by applying later year overpayments and released the levy. Because there was no longer a collection action to review, the court concluded the tax court lacked authority to decide anything further, including the underlying tax liability. As Justice Gorsuch warned in dissent, this allows the IRS to cut off judicial review by choosing when and how to collect. A recent tax court order shows the real-world consequences of Zuch. In All Is Well Home Care Services, a small business requested a CDP hearing and later petitioned the tax court. On remand, the IRS applied credits, accepted an offer in compromise, released the liens, and declared that a levy was no longer warranted. Relying on Zuch, the court dismissed the case. After years of litigation, the taxpayer never received a merits decision on its credit and refund disputes. These outcomes undermine the protections Congress intended CDP to provide. Refund litigation is often an unrealistic alternative, as refund deadlines may expire during CDP proceedings, full payment is required, and additional litigation costs can be prohibitive. Worse still, taxpayers generally get only one CDP hearing per liability, even if the IRS later restarts collection. The Taxpayer Due Process Enhancement Act is an important first step. It would restore tax court jurisdiction over properly raised liability issues, suspend refund deadlines during CDP, and prevent offsets from cutting off judicial review. To fully protect taxpayer rights, however, Congress should also address the one-hearing limitation and clarify the tax court's authority to order refunds and correct misapplied credits. Only then can CDP function as Congress intended, as a fair, reliable path to a merits-based resolution.
The audio version of the NTA blog is created using AI for conciseness and a computer-generated voice. Although reviewed by a human, inconsistencies in context, pronunciation, and tone may occur. The views expressed in this blog are solely those of the National Taxpayer Advocate. The National Taxpayer Advocate presents an independent taxpayer perspective that does not necessarily reflect the position of the IRS, the Treasury Department, or the Office of Management and Budget. NTA blog posts are generally not updated after publication. Posts are accurate as of the original publication date.